Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first installment of Social Justice Storytime, a segment where I tell stories about the politically correct insanity I've had to deal with in my time on a university campus. I don't know how long the series will run since I've only got 2 quarters left until I graduate, but what the hell, I'll make the most of it anyway. Our first little story comes courtesy of a former roommate of mine whose name I'll leave out. This kid, and I do say kid for a reason, was about as hipster as you could possibly get, right down to the Bernie stickers, militant veganism, and shoddy attempts to brew his own kombucha. I'd never seen someone manage to burn water until I met him. If I were to pick anyone as the source of my red pilling, it'd have to be him. Now this was back in early 2016, just before the Super Bowl rolled around. The day before, this kid had told me all about how he wasn't going to watch the Super Bowl because, and I'm paraphrasing him, that as a contact sport it was one big metaphor for war and violent masculinity, a towering beacon of capitalism and commercialism that should be ignored and was better off being removed. The next day, what do I see? My roommate on the couch with his gluten-free, extra-organic as fuck soy chips in hand, tuned to the opening of the Super Bowl. When I asked why he was watching it, he figured he might as well since everyone else was. Way to stick to those rock-solid principles of yours, kid. I had no intention of watching it. If a game's on but the Seahawks aren't playing, I'm really not all that interested. I chose to stay in the bedroom at my computer, writing as I often do. From my desk, I can hear the announcers going on and on about the teams, how far they've come, and what they intend to see during the game. Commentary ends, commercials begin to run, and not a few minutes later, here comes Captain fucking Vegan storming into the room with a look on his face as though someone had snuck bacon into his salad. I asked him what was wrong, and that was a mistake. Some of you may recall a Super Bowl high-end ad with Kevin Hart, which I'll include a link to in the description. That was apparently the source of his frustration. I'd already seen the ad by this time. For those who haven't seen it, the premise is simple. Kevin Hart's daughter brings a new boyfriend home and he gives them the keys to his new car. He takes outrageous lengths to follow the couple around to ensure this new boyfriend does no harm to his daughter. There were plenty of gags in the ad that were obviously satirical, and something no self-respecting nor sane father would do. Apparently, these obvious comedic cues were completely lost on my roommate. He starts going on and on to me about how the ad was sexist, how it portrayed women as irresponsible and unable to fend for themselves. I tried to explain to him that it was a joke, that it was merely playing on the overbearing father trope, and that he was wrong. That's when this extra-strength man-child proceeds to stomp his foot like a recalcitrant fucking 4-year-old. I honestly don't know what I expected, but what I got was a resounding, "I'm not wrong! It's fucking sexist!" And with that, he stormed out of the room. Truly, these far lefties have next to no sense of humor. That's all for this episode of Social Justice Storytime. Sergeant Buck, over and out.